You and Dwayne, I think were like two people I definitely looked up to a lot when I'm trying to figure out the blueprint for
You
my
did say that.
career that didn't exist. Dwayne especially, my idol,
Dude's in his own universe.
my hero,
Like, in his own universe.
dent the universe. He was
Like,
doing it, and to the highest degree. I wanted to be like Dwayne. So eventually, in the same way I met you today, one day I met Dwayne. He was just as cool in person as I thought he was on TV. He's awesome. Made content together, went mega viral, 70 million views, 50 million views. Linked up a couple times. Visited him on set of Ballers. Like I would have considered us acquaintances at least, you know.
kind of like me and Dua Lipa.
Kind of like you and Dua Lipa. Maybe even closer, dude.
I would say closer.
Closer.
I would say closer. We're just coworkers.
He was just great. And then fuck. And then Japan happened. And you know, I could go into so much depth about my remorse and the place that I was in and the faults that I made at that time in my life, and I had to really rewire my brain and backtrack and ask myself like how I let that happen and what went wrong in my life where like I thought that was okay. And in that process, I did a lot of damage, and it wasn't something that was on the forefront of my mind. And I've had to do a tremendous amount of therapy and figure out like what happened in my life that was so traumatic or didn't happen where again, that I did that. And DJ was one of the people I hurt because of his mother's experience. And that's his experience to tell, and I'm not going to share it, but like I hurt him so much so that he basically wanted nothing to do with me. And rightfully so. You know, I let down my hero, and he requested that I remove all the content we've ever done together and basically kicked me to the curb. I would have done the same thing. Guy in his position doesn't want to be affiliated with a person who did something as reprehensible as that. And I remember it being such a low moment because like I knew I let myself down. I knew I let my fans down. I knew I let my family down. But my idol too, man, it just stung so bad. And it wasn't like I got the call from him. Got it from the publicist. And it's not like he did anything wrong. It just like, I think my ego told myself that I'm going to fucking remember that. And if I ever become great one day like you, I'm going to remember this. And I'm going to remember the way I was discarded. And again, rightfully so. But I don't think I've ever been really able to like truly let go of that. And I got a lot of stuff to work through, I think, in terms of that. And I'm not even sure like where to go from here in terms of reconciliation. Yeah, I don't know. And we're kind of like swimming in the same world a little bit, you know, with the WWE. And I see him coming back here and there, and I know we're going to cross paths, and I just wonder how I'm going to handle it.
If I may, with an anecdote, you told me a story earlier today about one of the toughest times in your recent life where your fiance was put in a position that made her uncomfortable and you uncomfortable by a certain human being. And you needed to keep your sanity about you and not let your emotions take over. Do you remember this story? What did you do?
Forgave him.
Okay. What I'm hearing is you made a poor decision, and you had to be accountable for that poor decision. You're not alone. We've all done that. And in the process, you were very hurt by someone that you cared about. And I see your lens. This is what I'm hearing. You understand that it might not have been as impactful for him as it was for you, but it really got to you. I'm not neither right or wrong. It's just my 2 cents. Take it or throw it back. I think it starts with your ability to forgive. And if you can get yourself to a place where you honestly can say, I forgive, then I think you can begin the foundation to move forward. You don't have to, I'm not saying forget. Forgiveness and forgetfulness are two different things. But I think if you can bring yourself to a position where you can forgive someone, you can begin to move forward. That's just my perspective.
I totally agree. I think I have an ego problem. It's like
Okay.
kind of hard. I don't know why. It's like I don't know. I can't do it without having a conversation with him. That's I think part of this puzzle. And like I don't know if I'm ready for that. To be honest with you,
And you don't have to be. Forgiveness has to come on your own terms, dude.
it's here. It'll come. I have nothing against Dwayne. He didn't make any wrong decisions. It was all me. I think part of it is I fucking hate myself for letting him down. And it's like that anger that I have, even just against myself, was turned into this drive that I told myself I'm gonna be so successful that I don't need your approval or validation or acquaintanceship. I'm gonna do this on my own, with or without you by my side.
Okay, that's very fair. But if you can say to me that you were hurt because you let him down, why can't you say that to him? What have you got to lose?
I will. I have to have the conversation with him before I fully close this loop. I can't just say it right now. I need to.
No, I understand that, but you just said it to me.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, I applaud you for being able to share all this because, by the way, that's deep. That's deep work. But I think you just starting there.
Yeah.
I was wrecked because I let you down, man.
Yeah.
And I don't mean to minimize Dwayne's role in the situation, but let's take him and substitute your dad or someone else that you look up to.
Yeah.
You being able to find the strength to say, I know I let you down and that gutted me, man.